Presentation, we have Sean Barrett here, who is the artistic director of Land of Oz, North Carolina, and Beach Mountain. He's been taking care of Autumn at Oz and the Dorothy of Oz through the theme park and the rest of it. We're going to talk about that stuff, but also an amazing project he did for Broadway that was a combination of the Wizard of Oz and the Wiz. We're going to get to see it here. It's amazing. It's been a hit on YouTube, but it's rare we get to see it on the big screen with a great sound system, so we're going to be delighted by that treat. But please welcome Sean Barrett.
So Land of Oz is a theme park in North Carolina that was opened in the 1970s. We now only open it a couple times a year. Come to Autumn and Oz, it's in the end of September. It's going to be 3 weekends this year, and you get to meet all the characters and follow me over there.
It's on my bucket list of places I cannot wait to visit. So let's talk the Oz Project. This is actually one of my favorite YouTube videos. It's an amazing combination of The Wizard of Oz, the 1939 film, and The Wiz. Tell me a little bit about how that came to fruition.
So my background is in theater and film production, so I worked on Broadway a bunch, and I had a production team that was fighting for the rights for The Wiz to revive it on Broadway. We got really far with it. We lost them to NBC. It was between us and NBC, and we needed to figure out how to do a fan video. And I was like, well, both Dorothys went on the same journey. It doesn't matter if you're black or white or what your ethnicity is, what your sexuality is, anything. Everybody just kind of goes along the same journey. They want the same things in life. So we did the parallel versions of both stories to show that it's the same story no matter who you are.
And I know, just as an Oz fan yourself, you've always been a huge fan of The Wiz.
The Wiz is I almost like The Wiz a little bit more than The Wizard of Oz. I know. Not the movie. There's just songs like Home and If You Believe and Be a Lion, and they're inspirational, and it's about uplifting yourself and your friends and just making, you've always had it inside of you. It's a different way of portraying the message of The Wizard of Oz.
And I've always thought that, aside from the Madison Square Garden version of The Wizard of Oz, The Wizard of Oz was never actually on Broadway, whereas The Wiz was. So when people ask me, obviously we have Wicked, but prior to Wicked, so it's like, what's your favorite Broadway show? It's The Wiz, and it's the same story, and that music is outstanding. So who came up with the arrangement where you've got Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz and Dorothy from The Wiz meeting each other, and then it becomes musical?
Right, well, for me, I was at the gym on the treadmill, and that's where the inspiration came from.
Working out?
Well, that's the story. I was just like, hey, wait a second, and that just went from there. Because I wasn't letting go of The Wiz.
It seemed very poignant because it came out during a time where race was such a hot button issue. And it really felt like such a unifying and positive message. Was that part of the decision to make this particular video?
Oh, totally, 100%, yeah. It's kind of one of those things where it's 2021? We lost a year, I'm confused. So, it's sad that we're still having to have these conversations about that kind of thing, because it should be a no-brainer, but that was definitely one of the things that pushed that forward as well.
So what was the production like? We're going to watch it right now, but before we do, set it up for us, and what we're going to see, and what the production was like.
So what you're going to see is the actual music video. So it was released through Playbill.com. And what the production was chaos. So it was 3 days. We had all Broadway talent. They were all very lovely, and we're all huge fans. Oz is huge in the theater industry, period. Everybody has a story about The Wiz, The Wizard of Oz, or Wicked, or they've all done The Wizard of Oz, or they've all done The Wiz. They've all wanted to be in The Wiz or The Wizard of Oz. So we have people like Kate Rockwell, who played The Wizard of Oz Dorothy. She played Karen in Mean Girls on Broadway. We have cast members from Hamilton, from SpongeBob SquarePants, from Book of Mormon, Beetlejuice. We have everything across the board. So everybody's represented, and they all came together for these 3 days. So
Sean Barrett did that, ladies and gentlemen. Right? How cool is that? Sean, speaking of Sean Barrett, for those of y'all who don't know, today is L. Frank Baum's birthday, the creator of Oz, and it's Sean Barrett's birthday. You know what that means?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's so embarrassing.
Happy birthday, dear Sean. Happy birthday to you.
We love you, Sean. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Oz Project. Happy birthday, you look great for 14. I mean 72.
And welcome to the stage, Mr. Walter Krueger.
Happy birthday, sir!
Yes, it was his birthday just yesterday. Walter has one of the largest Oz collections in the world. He's been featured on programs around the world. He's an expert on Oz merch and runs one of the most popular online forums, Wiz and Oz Collectors United on Facebook. So the first thing we're going to do, Raleigh, is this amazing video featuring your collection.
Over a span of 27 years, I've probably spent $450,000 on my collection. Am I obsessed with the Wizard of Oz? It's probably better suited to say I'm Oz-sessed.
Wow. I mean, wow. You guys, just unbelievable. So, Walter, let's walk through this together. Let's walk the Sailor Room, if you will. When did you first fall in love with us? How did this start?
Well, as with many Oz kind of found me as a child, I just particularly into Frank Baum's works, just because the continuity of them kind of followed along with this girl from Kansas growing up, and really strange things happening to her. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that, and then the movie kind of rolled in with that. And so, and then they made the mistake of telling me, oh, there's a bunch of collectibles. So,
Now, this video came out. Do you remember what year that came out? It was a few years ago, wasn't it?
at least it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
So 4 or 5 years ago, and you gave us a number at that point of how much was in your collection. I imagine in 3 or 4 years that number has moved quite a bit. So keep us up to date. How much are we up to now? How many pieces would you say are in your collection today?
Well, this is a more updated photo. The room had been redone, and after that show had been filmed for Yahoo, and then I had done another show with a musical show from Facts of Life, and then did a thing with Jeff Foxworthy for another show. So the room had to be overhauled in order for it to be TV ready, because in the Yahoo thing, from what I was seeing with the previews they were sending me, I was thinking it looked like it was kind of stuffed in the middle. So Sean Barrett from Land of Oz came out and helped me.
Sean Barrett, the fixer. He fixed your collection for you. So I had the privilege a few years ago of seeing your collection in person. Even looking at these photographs, I'm like adding to my bucket list the more that I see. So let's talk about this imaginary scenario. Your house is on fire. You only have a few minutes to proceed with your whole life. What is the one thing you grab out of your Oz collection?
Just one thing.
You only got 2 hands, baby.
Okay, well, I probably would then, for just the purity of Oz, to save things, I would save the Woozy. The Woozy I have in my collection was given to me by Roger Baum and his wife. They had this Woozy that L. Frank Baum himself had owned at one time. The Woozy is a character from later on in the Oz books that's a really good friend of the Patrick, which is my favorite character from all of the books. So, they kind of knew that, and they said to me, well, we have the Woozy, and he needs a new home. I almost fell over, so yeah, I would say that would probably be the one thing I would grab, would be the Woozy, even though I love the lamp my mom made me, but I
You
mean...
can throw that one over your back, like swing it by the power cord and then turn it up. So, what tips would you give to new Oz collectors that are getting started?
Collect what you love, find what you love, and that will never steer you wrong. If you're in this business or in this to make money, get out now. Get out now. You're done already. Like, don't do this for money. But pure at heart, for what you love, find your childhood toys that you're trying to rekindle the memory with. Just be wise also of what things truly cost. Don't take face value for what somebody tells you.
You mentioned it the most sentimental thing to you is the beautiful letter that your mother hand painted for you. Was your mom a big part of your Oz journey, do you think? And tell us your mom's name so we can honor her here today.
My mom's name is Nancy, and
Thank you, Nancy.
She was very much into just dolls and toys. She grew up during an era in the 50s and the 60s with a younger sister, so many afternoons we played in the backyard with a doll crib and a Betsy Wetsy or something. So she never kind of grew out of that. She would share these things like dolls and toys, and I just kind of like a lot of it just gravitated towards the one subject.